Hi, I'm SUBRATA from Shandilya Astrology. How are you doing, friends? Namaskar. Thank you for joining me and thank you for listening to this video. So this video is incredibly special because for the first time in perhaps in the ecospace of astrology, a new concept of nano astrology is being introduced. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the steps that we take to understand your problem and your birth chart and come up with incredible, hard-hitting, unique remedies that are very, very practical and easy to do. All right, we will talk about the Nano Astrology, Nano Consultancy Services that we offer from Shandilya Astrology, a unique, one-of-a-kind kind of service that not only brings down the cost of the consultation. We understand that due to Corona and due to economic condition, there are not many people who could afford a huge cost. Although our services do not cost huge, still we have tried to come up with a concept where the analysis are perfect in depth, and we do have go into the depth and detail and come up with incredible remedies. So here we go. Let's start with this presentation that I prepared for you. So keep a keen eye and pay attention because it will be giving you a complete in-depth about the nano consultation technique in astrology, perhaps the only of its kind in the whole astrology world. So here we go. All right. So I'm sharing the screen. Okay. So Nano Consultancy, this is a cutting-edge astrological technique. This is being introduced by Shandilya Astrology for the first time to understand your problems and the birth chart and come up with hard-hitting, really incredible, unique remedies that are easy on your pocket and you can really afford them and come up with or be on your way to success. So the winning 5-step method. This is a unique concept in Nano Consultancy technology, or Nano Astrology as we call it. In Shandilya Astrology, we call it Unified Applied Astrology. That is the motto that we follow, and that is the kind of technique that we use. Various kinds of Vedic and numerology and stellar and Lal Kitab and whatnot. All right, we try to understand how your birth chart has to be studied and how we could analyze this. So this is a winning 5-step method that I'm going to explain it to you. The first is the Nano Consultancy Service that cuts your investment at a shockingly low price. You do not have to pay a huge consultancy charges. How? Very simple. We focus in depth on the problem areas only. Okay, not go around and from the whole chart and not go around picking the whole chart and coming up with various kind of prediction and solutions that are not really of use at this moment. You're in a pain, you need a painkiller. So here we go. So it offers a shockingly low price and yet offers you a hard-hitting analysis and winning with very, very practical and useful and powerful remedies. That this is the most unique part and unique USP, unique selling proposition of this whole nano consultancy technology. So let's go. Okay, some disclaimers before this. This video is only for you. All right, we are going to share this link of this whole page that you're going to see this video on, only for the people who are interested in nano consultancy. All right, this is not for any masses or let's say Tom, Dick, Harry. This video is only for you because you have taken the steps to start winning. All right. Okay. So please do not share this with any other people. Keep it yourself. Let's keep this secret. Astrology, frankly, astrology and remedies work when we, don't call around and don't we, beat the drum, and we keep it ourselves. So Nano Astrology is subject to 20 master clients per week. We only take 20 charts because it's not possible for me to analyze a huge number of charts. I'm not here to make a huge money. All right, I'm not here to do big business. I'm only here to understand 20 people's chart and deliver them results. Okay, so it's less work, focused work, powerful remedies, powerful solutions. So it would happen the first come first serve basis. So if you are planning to go for this, plan it fast, plan it quick. Don't procrastinate for long, because then the 20 people would fill up. They're already huge. There's a huge number of inquiries that is coming in. That is why one of the reasons I have tried to make you understand what is nano consultancy all about, so that we don't waste our time and straight away go into business. Okay, business of creating opportunities, removing the blockers and challenges, and come up with credible, easy to do remedies. That's it. That's all. Okay, let's start with some a case study. Okay, the best way for anything to any concept to be understood is through examples. So here we go. So I've taken this example of Mr. X. Okay, what is the problem with Mr. X? Mr. X has a huge problem. Two kinds of problem. One, he was suffering because of job loss due to this corona thing. He has suffered a huge job loss, and he's unable to understand how it's going to go, how his life's going to go, if he's going to get a job in the coming future, what kind of job, and so on and so forth. And also he wants to get married. So this is a chart. So what we do, very simple. What we do, the first and foremost is to study the natal chart. We study the promise of the job first. That is, for example, in this case, when the job is concerned, it's the first house, it is Lagna. The Lagna has to promise a job. So we understand the Lagna is relationship with the sixth house, that is again the job house, all right? And the 10th house, the career house, how one perceives you when you go to an interview. How is one perceiving you? What is the problem that you're going to be facing? How is the other person on the other side of the table looking at you? What kind of perception he's gathering while an interview is being conducted. All right. So we see the first house, we see the sixth house, we see the 10th house, and the second house. Why second house? The money you're going to get from the success of this interview, success of the job, success of the business. Okay. If the second house is very weak, what's the point? What's the point of joining? All right. So this is how we skip the whole kundali or whole the birth chart understanding and spend hours and hours into fine details. Rather, we simply focus on the areas. In this case, it's the first house, sixth house, 10th house, and second house. So we study the natal chart and see the promise. Next comes the incredible part, the study of Deva Prashna chart. All right, Deva Prashna, one of the most incredible technology that Shandilya Astrology has come up with. Deva Prashna. Deva Prashna is a Horari number which we are going to take from you when we do a pre-discussion. I'm going to come to that in the final slides. So the Deva Prashna, similar thing is followed in the Deva Prashna. The Lagna is studied to see the promise of the job and his marital status. When we are talking about marriage, obviously the seventh house, the second house, and it's going to be a huge expense. Obviously in the marriage there's expenses, so it's the 12th house. Okay, so we are going to see the relationship of the 12th house. In this case, if you can see the Mars in the first house, so therefore he is going to face a lot of trouble and delays due to the placement of Mars. So he is kind of have a Mangal dosha. So we're going to remove it. We're going to see how it can be rectified. But before this, okay, the study of the prashna, the Deva Prashna. Okay, so step 3. Okay, now as you can see, after Deva Prashna, we go to the straight away into the study of Dasha of both the charts, the Deva Prashna and the natal chart. We study the Dasha system of both the charts. In which case, there is in the Lagna chart, he's running a Mercury Mahadasha with Jupiter Pratanta Dasha, and in his Deva Prashna chart, he's again running a Rahu Mahadasha and a Mars, as we said. If we go to the first, when we say that about Mars being placed in the first house, creating a lot of trouble for his marriage, so there you are. Dasha says it's going to be problem. Why? Very simple. Mars is also the lord of the 8th house. As you know, the 8th house, a trouble creating house. Okay, so we are in the third step. Now, before going further, what we're going to do is in the second step itself, we also study. In the first step itself, we also study the transits of the planets at this moment. What kind of transits? For example, his transit is now in the 10th house itself. There's a Saturn right now, although this slide does not show it, but if you go to any transit chart, you will see the 12th house, or the Capricorn has Saturn right now, which has just gone direct, and his 11th house, that is Sagittarius, has Jupiter. Okay, the Scorpio house, the 10th house of Scorpio, is his Ketu. Therefore, the placement of the Ketu in this area creates the problem of his job and public image. He's going to suffer a little bit. So we are going to see in the later slides how we're going to remove it. Okay, all these are taken in the Dasha system, and as you can see, here you are, the Dasha system. The Dasha system, now we are going to compare both the Dasha of the Deva Prashna, the natal, and the transits, and we're going to compare what kind of Dasha he's going to run, if he's going to get a job very soon, how soon, if he's not, well, how soon he'll be getting, if not, what is the problem we created. Okay, the step 4. Okay, this is incredible. The step 4 right now, as you can see, the study of the weak houses and the planets plus the supporting house. There is an incredible secret that the astrologers do not share. The supporting house. The supporting house, for example, the supporting house of a job will be the 9th house. Incredible, isn't it? The 9th house and the 2nd house. So we're going to see what kind of planets are sitting in the 2nd house, what kind of stellar position are the 2nd house in, what kind of cuspal order the 2nd house, are they friendly to each other, what kind of obstruction is being produced, and how we're going to remove it. So this is a step 4. Okay, and step 5 is remedial measures. So what we do is, with the help of Vedic stellar and Lal Kitab is incredible when it comes to remedial measures. So we're going to see what kind of support house is there, what kind of obstruction house is there. Also, there is an incredible concept of deception house. Okay, the house that actually creates trouble while hiding itself. So these are the 5 steps that we do to understand your chart and come up with the kind of solution. That is why, and these are all done in a matter of 2 to 3 hours, and soon we come up with incredible remedies as well, because we do not spend time, too much time on studying 2 or 3, 4, 6 hours time in studying the whole chart. Rather, we focus, have an eagle-eyed focus on the problem areas, the supporting house, the enemy houses, and the deception houses, and we come up with the planets, the artificial planets, and the incredible concept of Balika Bakra in Lal Kitab, the Balika Bakra planets. What we do is, this Balika Bakra planet, this concept is unique because it identifies the actual planets that are to be treated. Most of the astrologers fail because they do not understand remedial part of it. They simply give the remedies for the planets. No, it is not. That is a secret. There has to be a certain planets that are controlling those planets. It's just like me. I'm being controlled by somebody else. Somebody else is being controlled by somebody else, So we have to reach the root of the problem and attack. And as we do, incredible hard-hitting and simplified remedy gets produced, and all you have to do is do this. Okay. So nothing is hidden. So these are the 5 steps that we do quickly. And then the next steps, what happens after we do all these things? So what happened when you reach out to us through your, through your WhatsApp, or through filling our forms, and or calling us simply? So what happens? All initial communications are done through WhatsApp. So no calling, no sales calling. We are not salesmen. We do not call people. Simple. We do not call people, at least in the first initial stages. We do it everything in WhatsApp. So it's there in front of you, validified, whatever we say, and we do the initial communications over the WhatsApp that you give through the filling of the forms. Then you of course choose the opportunity area, the area that is creating problems for you, or the area that you want to highlight or to strengthen. Okay, so again, in the remedial measures, the strength of a house also depends on the blockages and the weakness of the supporting house. So what we do is, so you choose your opportunity area, the challenges area, and communicate to us. Okay, in the form there are 4 or 5 areas that we are going to discuss right now in the next slides. where you choose the problem areas. For example, it could be love relationship, it could be marriage, it could be children's, whatever. All right. Next, invest. You need to pay the fees up front. We do not see birth chart, analyze birth chart before we take the fees. Let me be very clear. Why? Because just like when you go to a doctor, you pay the fees, he writes the prescription, and that's it. Then the journey begins. So it will also, then the WhatsApp communication will tell you the Paytm and the bank details where you're going to transfer. You're going to communicate to us through a screenshot, and we will confirm that yes, we have received. And after 2 or 3 hours, then we will of course give you a call. Now here the calling starts. We will give you the call for a pre-discussion for Deva Prashna. Now these are all free, all right? You do not need to pay much more. Okay, so in Deva Prashna, we take the number and create the Deva Prashna chart that we saw in the second step. Okay, this is the Deva Prashna chart. We need to create through a Horary number. Okay, now these are all special techniques, developed by Shandilya Astrology to bring the time slot down and bring the cost down. That's very important for us, that you get the results with minimum investment. Okay, you be on your winning path, and when you win, we also win. So it's a win-win situation, because when you succeed, we also succeed. Very simple. How we succeed? Because we have a great satisfaction. Yes, we have done something, and he's on his way. And of course, you're going to refer us to all sorts of peoples, and that's how good business is done. Okay, so everything is absolutely transparent. We have shown the steps, we have shown the processes, and after we do the pre-discussion in matter of 2 or 3 hours. We will come back to you, maybe a day, maximum a day. If it's too much, we will convey to you, hey, can we do this tomorrow? If you say yes, we'll do this tomorrow. All right. So in next 2 and 3 hours, the final discussion would happen. It can happen on the Zoom. It can happen on WhatsApp. It can happen over the phone. Video is preferred because then we see each other, and when we see each other, there's a transfer of energy, and we discuss in much more details. The actual problems comes up, and we get to, in the process of rectifying it and coming up with a credible and hard-hitting and really practical simplified remedies. So let's try and understand quickly the fee structure or the investment structure. Okay, so these are the problem areas that you have to choose, and the fees that you need to pay. The family way, the marriage problem, separation, divorce, children's, anything that you're facing as far as family is concerned is 550 only. Jobs and career is 1050 only. That's the dirt cheap. Okay, property and vehicle, you're about to buy a property or your property is stuck. When will it, be free? When you can, actually enjoy your property. You're trying to buy a vehicle. Should you buy a vehicle right now? Maybe yes, maybe no. So that is 750. Health, one of the most important thing. As they say, if health is gone, everything is gone. If wealth is gone, nothing is gone. Character is gone, everything is gone. So you need to concentrate on your health, especially nowadays in the Corona time. So that's 1100 only. Now there is another big problem that happens, and that we have, in our experience, have gathered this data from various people, and most of the people, come up with is money and karza. Karza is debt. They're stuck in too much debt, and what to do? When will they get free? What needs to be done to get off the debt? Okay, how do you want your money to be spent? Should you spend it right now? Should you go in for investment? Should you go into your business, or should you just save it? This is 1121 only. Now, another thing is finally a very important challenge or a problem area is love, emotional relationship and problems. Now, this becomes a very, very pathetic kind of situation when you don't know if your partner is there with you or not, if he loves you, or he's going to come back, or you're going to get married, you're going to start a family, or it's just it's just a fly away kind of situation. It's not going to happen anyway. So you need to understand this, and if you understand this beforehand, you will be in a very better position to take the right kind of decision for your life. This is important. So this is 1100 only. All right, this kind of takes care. There are other stuffs also. You can call us up, in the number that I'm going to display next, and these you can also reach out to WhatsApp. WhatsApp link will be displayed in the page, the sales page that you're going to see, the main page. Also, it will be on the description as well. So you can reach out to via WhatsApp, And finally, is the exclusive India's first Nano Astrology session. So you need to hurry, because as I say that there are only 20 people that we were going to book, and because it's not possible for us to book more, because it will be me doing it, nobody else. Okay, it will be me, SUBRATA, Shandilya, who will be doing all this analysis and coming up to you with the proper remedial measures. So it's a huge Herculean task, very concentrative, and it needs really hard work to come up with this kind of solution. So you can call me at these numbers, 9773652178, and there's another number called 9773652198. No in between people, just you and me calling each other up. So that's all, folks. This was the presentation. It gave you the 5-step method and how to move forward. And you can also reach me through a WhatsApp link, which will be displayed in the final pages or the website pages that you're going to see after you fill up the form. And this will be there in the YouTube. As I said, it's not for everybody. Only you should look into this video, and you may look at it again and again to try and understand what we're trying to do. Okay, so thank you. So that was a presentation. I hope you liked it. It was a very brief. I also discussed a case study where the person was suffering from marital and job related issues. We solved it, and he's on his way. We are not going to say he's got an incredible job in some Google or something, but yes, he's on his way. He's got a huge relief. He's got few opportunities, and hopefully he's going to get married in coming February or March. Now, isn't that wonderful? Thank you very much, and thank you, folks, for listening to this video, for seeing this video, and hope to catch you soon, and hope you will be in the first 20 people. Is first come first serve basis. The faster you press that button, the faster we talk. All right, so thank you very much, and this is SUBRATA signing off from Shandilya Astrology. Thank you again.